Peace, everyone. This is your girl, Miss M. I'm headed to work, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the process of buying my house. So, as you all know, initially and still, I started with the NACA program. I decided to look into an alternative option because NACA, my next appointment is not until the towards the end of July. So my realtor basically told me about another option. It's basically centered here out of Atlanta. So if you're, thinking about, man, what is that option? It's only out of Atlanta, and it's through a bank. And basically they have an initiative to help people buy a home. They have conventional loans because it is a bank and they are rated really high, but they have traditional, but they also have an extended portfolio to assist others, whereby they can do a credit check and do all that like the traditional way. But I didn't want all that, especially since NACA already did, they run your credit and all that. I just didn't want to keep getting those hard inquiries on my credit. So anyway, I will give you guys a blow-by-blow on that, the details. I just wanted to go through the process before I shared it, to be honest with you, only because I don't know, it's something that's not really popular. So I feel like I'm like the guinea pig. I don't want to send people to something, that could potentially be an issue, But so far, as of date, or as of 2 Fridays ago, I was pre-approved. They do have a higher debt to income ratio, so you can use a little bit more money, which is fantastic, especially if you, let's just say in a scenario, you make a decent amount of money, but according to certain standards, they want you to have 3 or 4 times that to qualify for something, $200,000. Now, in Atlanta, if you're from here, that ain't gonna do it. It just ain't gonna happen unless you're in a very, rural hood, one of the two. So either you might get hanged by a Trump supporter, or you may experience, whatever. So, and that's nothing, there are certain parts, so don't get me wrong, don't jump out the window. There are certain parts of Atlanta or Metro that are rural that are not bad, and where I'm looking in is pretty rural. So I'm not trying to come at people. I'm just saying be mindful, and also I like to joke. So you just don't want a cross burning on your front lawn. That's all I'm saying. Just be mindful of your location. So anywho, with that being said, got pre-approved. That same weekend, went to an open house, found a home right away, literally, that I loved, and put an offer on it. As you can tell from the video, this is an update, but it's also to express the stress that goes into finding your home in a seller's market. This market is so hot. Literally, you could see a posting or a listing, and 5 hours is pending. That's how people are coming with cash offers. People are giving you can't even just you can't come in I'm thinking okay, let me go back. The house I saw on that Sunday, I loved it, and I told my realtor, let's do the offer, whatever. So I'm thinking coming $5,000 less, I'm thinking whatever, and ask for closing costs. So of course, immediately no, So they came back with a counter of, because the house was $185, I said $180 with closing. They said no, $185 with $1,000. No. They said $185 with me paying for closing. I said no. How about $185 plus half closing? So then they came back with $185 with $1,000 towards closing. So because they seem to be like really pinching pennies to me, I'm like, okay, these people are petty. I'm not feeling it. Let's walk away from the deal. So I walk away. I tell her, pull the offer. So about a day later, and I'm thinking about the house because I loved it. I mean, it had a sunroom. It's vaulted ceilings. It's 3 bedrooms technically, but it also has a bonus room. So you can make it into a workout room. You can make it into an office. Plus, it was the yard was fenced in. Like I said, the sunroom was just like the bonus, because I hate going outside in those bugs. And so if I could go somewhere to read or do my yoga or whatever, like that's just what I pictured. Plus you still have a formal dining room and eating kitchen and a huge living room, and that's a really good price. So I'm like, heck yeah. So anyway, I walk away. They come back to me a day later, and I'm still stalking the page to see if somebody put an offer, and they didn't. So they come back to me and they say, okay, we'll do $185 with $2,000 towards closing. So I said, deal. Like, I love the house, let's do it. And it's right by, the other positive is it's right by my job. It was like the stores, which is big to me, like all my stores that I need to get to, like Publix and Starbucks and Walmart and Target, like all that stuff. I always need to be close by, because I do go there. I go shop, I go to the grocery store a lot. So anyway, I was like really excited. Plus, when you come out of the house, like the subdivision, first of all, the subdivision had a pool. You had to pay an HOA fee of $48 a month. That's nothing. And when you come out, the elementary school was right there, like literally bordering my subdivision. And then next to that was the middle school. So I'm like, oh my goodness, my son is about to go to kindergarten, my daughter's going to 7th grade. I can literally drop him, drop her, and get to work in a 5-minute commute. So, I mean, now the only downside was the schools are not as up to par as where I'm at now. But I'm kind of looking at maybe alternatives. I've checked out the school. I went to the school. So I'm not going to let that deter me, because, like, I just feel like it could be worse. I hate to say it that way, but it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't my standard. And plus, there are alternatives, like, if you need to work, do it from a distance, like K through 12 or K-12, you can do that. If it really got that bad, you also have the option of a private school, and I have been looking at some Christian private school options, at least for my son, because his school was the worser, like graded or whatever. So anywho, so I saw that. So basically I agreed to it, and I'm thinking, okay, we're good. No, that was not it. They literally just wanted to add my name to their pot. So they ended up, and I even sent an email to the seller's agent trying to convince her, tell her, well, I really want to live there, blah, blah, blah. Still nothing, right? So then she did call me. She really liked me, and she said she thought about me, but they had just accepted an offer 2 hours prior. So I was like, oh man, that's terrible. So anyway, I kept on moving, but it upset me, because I'm thinking, why would you come back? Like, who comes back? Why would you come back when you're not ready to do the deal? So, and like one of my, I guess, friends on our Facebook group, we were talking about how, you watch House Hunters and HGTV, and you think, oh, well, yeah, I can choose between 3 of these houses, and no, these people are crazy. Like, you think that you can't, you have time. You don't have no time. Like, it's so competitive. People are offering above, like I said, above. So, fast forward, found another house, put an offer in on it, beautiful home, better schools, still not far from my work, about 8 minutes, not bad at all. Is a little more country-er than I like, even though it's not that far away, but it's just that area just seemed to get more country as you go. But the schools are great, and there's other positives about it, and it's totally renovated. It's beautiful. Like, it had the dark gray walls with the white accent and the crown molding. It had the new fixtures, new granite countertops. I mean, it was like basically they revamped it, and it's fenced in. So I put an offer on that. So I haven't heard. What else? Then, how about this? I get a call from my realtor who says the other house is now back on the market. So the person that they accepted decided to just walk away. I'm like, what? What is this process is like schizophrenic. So I just say to you all, whoever's in this same situation, I have to pray hard, because I almost just say, you know what, I'm gonna wait. It's just too much up and down. You're doing all this research, you're doing all this due diligence, you put in your offer, you're getting your monies together, you're doing everything just to be told, nah, I'm good. Nah, okay, well, let me try again. Don't play with my emotions. So this is my last time offering these people. We'll see what they say. If they still play games, they're done. They're dead to me. I hate to sound like that, but they're done. Like, I am so over it. But it is a beautiful house. I ain't gonna hold you. So what else? It is a seller's market, so you cannot come in below. I'm just telling you, if you live in Atlanta, inventory is low. Come in at asking, at really above. That will make you more competitive. Another house I saw put an offer on. They did accept my offer, but there were some things that in the seller's disclosure that I received that I was just not feeling it. And it wasn't like a wow house. It wasn't like a yes, I can live here. It was decent. It was nice, but it just didn't say me, So that's another thing. Trust yourself. Like, what's you know what it is. Don't just do it because the seller's market is like so hot and on fire that you're like, all right, God, just got to get in somewhere. Like, no, because you may inherit a whole lot of other issues. So yeah, I just asked for prayer. I'm waiting to hear back on the 2, just on the strength of me liking that house so much. They should just give it to me. Like, they should not even consider anybody else, because really, I put in an offer, like, we were going back and forth the whole time. I just can't believe how these people it's all about the dollar bill, and every penny. Like, in this last offer I offered, okay, So this last time I put in above $1,000, just $1,000 above, because they really are like petty like that. So I put in a 186 with 2,000 towards closing, like they agreed to before. So we'll see. If they still are playing games, I don't know. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just like I'm over it. So anyway, guys, I hope you are encouraged. Stay positive through this. I need that same kind of pep talk. It is not easy. It is difficult. I didn't know how stressful this was, to be honest with you. I've always loved real estate. I've always loved looking. So I've never thought that, I knew I would look, and, you put in your offer, and you're competitive and all that good stuff, but to be outbid all the time, and I say all the time as if I've been out here a long time, but the emotion behind it, the work, like you have to find it first. You have to first find the home that you're interested in at your price point. Mine, I have a little more wiggle room from that. That's like kind of like the top of my budget. I don't want to be over too much, the 185, and I would pay the 1,000 out of my pocket just to keep my bill, my like the asking at 185. So anyway, this is going on and on, but it's a lot. If you go to an open house and you offer, and then they come back, and then you offer again, or you come back with another, and then they offer something else, and then they go with somebody else by the end of the week, and then you end up back to square one. Then you go to another house and other places, and I mean, your whole life is like consumed by this whole freaking thing, man. It's crazy. And you would think, well, dag, what is it? What's the deal here? But this is the nature of the beast. And my realtor gave me some really nice positive advice, because I was a little upset at her too, because I am doing a lot, and I think that's what made me stressed. I'm the one sending her homes. I'm the one looking at stuff, I'm sending it to her, telling her I want to see it. Then she was late on Saturday, by 2 hours. Like, and then we couldn't see all the houses that we wanted to see because you have appointments, So I was just really pissed and overwhelmed because of that. So anyway, I forgot if I had anything else to say, but just know it's not a piece of cake. It is the real freaking deal. But she did say, that's what I was gonna say, the positive is that she said, when it gets like this is how you know you're getting very, very close. She said, Patrice, I guarantee you'll be under contract, very soon. And so I said, okay, all right, I'll take your word for it. And when she said that, 5 minutes later, she called me saying those other people accepted my offer, and I was like, oh shoot, okay. But then I thought about it, and I saw what they had to say about the house, and it just wasn't it. It just didn't fit me, So, have a great day. I'm done. And just pray for me, guys. All you believers out there, pray, pray, pray. I got 2 houses in the pot right now. I need either one. I will be happy with to stay and live and build a life there for at least the next 5 to 10 years. Especially the one with the 4-bedroom or the bonus room and the sunroom. I mean, that's just so beautiful. And the neighborhood and the subdivision is just so beautiful. But I also really like that other house. It is really nice there. And it was just like, even the neighbors and everybody's just like nice and saying hi and waving and stuff like that. And that was fenced too. I mean, I could always build a sunroom or build something over over time. So, or finagle it, maybe like a little gazebo. So anyway, I'm just rambling. All right, guys, have a great day. Wish me luck. I got a really, really big presentation today, with majority of the people from my company. So that should be pretty interesting. So yeah. All right, guys, have a great day. Peace.